The number of haunted places on Earth are countless. Some places have been proven to be extremely spooky and have mysterious figures lingering around them. From ghosts, spirits, specters, lost souls, and more. Today we are going to explore the disturbed and tormented stories behind these beautiful and luxurious hotels. 1. The Omni Grove Park Inn, Asheville, North Carolina. This marvelous architecture built on Sunset Mountain by Edwin Wiley Grove in 1913 is the first one on the list. One of this hotel's most famous guests was F. Scott Fitzgerald, who checked in while Zelda, his wife, spent her time at a sanatorium close to the hotel. This hotel sounds so appealing until you see a glimpse of another figure from the 1920s. The Pink Lady. A guest who died after falling 2 floors from her room to the atrium's floor. The pastel mist you see and the chills you feel will give her away. 2. The Omni Homestead, Hot Springs, Virginia. One of the oldest resorts in the U.S. This homestead was crafted as a simple lodge as early as 1766 and has evolved into a grand European-style spa resort in the mid-1850s and has kept improving over time. In between facials and floats on the lazy river, legend has it, individuals have reported to have seen a mysterious jilted bride from the early 1900s on the 14th floor who asks for the time for she awaits her on the lam fiancé in the hotel. 3. Fairmont Banff Spring Hotel, Alberta, Canada. This building was made in 1888, encouraging Western tourism. The chateau-style hotel sits pretty by the Rocky Mountains in Banff National Park. But the Fairmont gets a tad eerier once you step inside, and it has nothing to do with the architecture, but more on people entering it. Several ghosts have been reported as regulars, and this includes a bride who fell down the stone staircase during her wedding. There are far more interesting stories behind this magnificent building, and it is Sam the Bellman. He worked at the hotel in 1975 and claimed that he would be returning to haunt the hotel. Supposedly, his spirit pulls shifts helping people with their bags before vanishing. 4. Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, Los Angeles. Hollywood Roosevelt is a well-known place where most of the 1900s Hollywood stars tended to live in. This oft-filmed hotel is where the first Academy Awards were held at back in 1929. Today, there have been rumors that Marilyn Monroe's spirit hangs out in one of the room's mirror, while Montgomery Clift's voices reverberate throughout his old suite. Despite you not being a fan of bygone film legends, you can still get the goosebumps from this hotel's dramatic lobby and views of the Hollywood sign. 5. Bourbon Orleans Hotel, New Orleans. This hotel has a history dating back 300 years, a city with plenty of ghosts. New Orleans is connected to many of them, particularly hotels, and the French Quarter's elegant Bourbon Orleans is one of the most famous haunted spots. With its multi-purpose past as a ballroom, theater, and, for many decades, a convent and orphanage. People states that ghosts from different eras appear in the hallways or lobby, as well as a lonely dancer who spends some nights swaying under the ballroom's crystal chandelier. With this architecture's past story, it truly does make a good place for ghosts to linger. 6. Ruthin Castle Hotel and Spa. Wales. Sitting next to the North Wales Scenic Clwydian Range is this marvelous Ruthin Castle. This place has had many renowned tenants since it was built in 1277. This includes King Henry VII and his daughter Mary, also known as Bloody Mary. For a brief time, the castle was inhabited by Henry VII's great-granddaughter Lady Jane Grey, who was called the 9 Days Queen of England. For plans of betraying the government, she was eliminated for high treason in London in 1554. Despite this, her spirit is said to have wandered back to Ruthin Castle to the banquet hall and castle battlements. Even if you miss a run-in with the lady's ghost, you are still allowed to explore the castle's creepy dungeons, whipping pit, and drowning pool. 7. Mermaid Inn, Rye, England. One of the most fairly considered haunted sites in England is the Mermaid Inn. It has history dating back to the 1100s. Despite of the inn's amazing design due to renovation in the 1600s, wanders the many lost souls of people who passed away. If you are a person who loves to learn things about ghosts, spirits, and many more, this inn has its own spooky stories and ghost sightings. Figures walking through bedroom walls, rocking chairs moving on their own, and rooms turning cold. So, you can enjoy the full experience. 8. Parador de Jean, Spain. This building is located in an 18th-century Arab fortress overlooking the Andalusian landscape. Parador de Jean has a few mysterious stories behind its imposing walls. A guest in room 22 was strangely awakened one night by the sounds of a crying woman and door knocks, according to the hotel's website. The room was checked by a team of paranormal investigators, and they concluded that the room was haunted by the spirit of a young woman who had died of heartbreak in the fortress several centuries ago. Furthermore, the hotel also said to be haunted by the spirit of Terrible Lizard, who was a nickname of a prisoner who starved to death while locked up in the fortress. Although the room has been quiet after the investigation, there is no assurance that this will never happen again. 9. Taj Mahal Palace, Mumbai, India. Taj Mahal Palace, located in the heart of Mumbai, is a 5-star hotel consistently voted as one of the best hotels in India. Other than its amazing views and interiors fit for a royal, lies the property's aura of mystery. The building's architect jumped to his death from the 5th floor after discovering that the hotel was facing the wrong direction, according to legends. His spirit now reportedly roams around the halls, running into guests in the hallways and walking around the roof. 10. The Queen Mary Hotel, Long Beach, California. The RMS Queen Mary served as a luxury ocean liner from 1936 to 1967. At the time, it was a site for at least one murder. From sailors being crushed to death by the engine room's door to people drowning in pools, the city of Long Beach still purchased the ship in 1967 and turned it into a hotel. It still serves that purpose today, although the reported ghosts of the deceased passengers get to stay for free. These are 10 haunted places that still exist and can still be visited. If you are into paranormal manifestation, there is a lot of terrifying locations out there that are worth visiting. If you want to see more top 10s, hit the subscribe button below and turn the notification on and leave a thumbs up.